Hello and welcome to stream. I hope that you're all doing well this evening. Sorry that I'm so late. I had a day involving shipping, and it's been a day. But anyway, we're here, and we're live, and we're checking out something new today. We're playing a game called Him, the Smile, and Bloom, which is an Otome game by PQ. And I don't know very much about this game. I know that it involves flowers in some capacity and potentially a flower shop, but I don't know anything else. So we're going to check it out together. And we're not going to play it for very long, probably about maybe an hour and a half, just kind of depends on how I feel. I am currently working on not puking up my dinner, which may or may not be a side effect of my anti-inflammatories, actually, because I took them very early today. And we'll just kind of see how that goes. Because if I do end up puking up my dinner, not only will this be the only VOD I've ever deleted from my channel after streaming, it will also be very sad. Very sad. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for the water bowl and for the stretchies. I don't know why it's not moving my arms. Okay. I have some other stuff that I wanted to talk about, but we will save that until after the stream is over, because I want to focus on the game. So let's do that. Let's get into it. Let's go explore some flowers. I don't know anything about flowers. That's more Mel's domain. Let's focus on being doggy. Exactly. Flowers. See, it even opens with the word flowers. Beautiful blooms of life that have sprout forth from glowing plants. Their vivid colors enrich our souls as they display the tangible passing of seasons. Oh, by the way, I'm not allowed to show the opening of this game on stream, so when we get to that point, I'm gonna be going to the other scene. Actually, I'm gonna go to the AFK. No. Yeah, let's go to the other scene when that happens. I'll get in trouble if I show that on stream, so yeah. It's part of the agreement. But they aren't just things of beauty. People have attributed a variety of emotions to the image of different flowers and have raised them with love. By the station in a certain town sits Phil Flower, a lone flower shop. In this shop, with its array of colorful blossoms, exist stories that all stem from flowers. One such story is flanked by the flower happiness, Tweedia. Whoa. Well, that's cute. Another tale revolves around the flower of gratitude, Mimosa. Hello, welcome. Our third story follows the flower of love, Anemone. And the final tale concerns the flower of passion, Nandina. Oh my god, I've had this muted the whole time. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like flashing a smile to a beautiful flower, these tales recount bittersweet days with the men who shower their beloved with affection.
花が得むほどの愛しい思いをあなたへ花得む彼とブルーム。
Alright, hopefully the opening doesn't happen here, because if it does, this is going to be a real interesting segment. These are tales of love and the flowers that bind them. Gotta keep my finger on the pulse. Yep, okay. Sorry. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. Oh. I skipped it. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. Oh. I mean, I'm not supposed to show it either. Well, actually, that's a good point. I don't know if it would have been okay to show it or if it's an audio thing. Is it a copyright thing? It absolutely is. Unfortunately, I skipped it because I pushed the button moving to a new scene, so none of us got to see it. I didn't get to see it, and you didn't get to see it, so it's fair. Nobody saw it. Alright, we gotta pick a boy. This is the boy that was in the thumbnail I did. This one's pretty cute. I like the purple hair. Obviously, I am biased. And you know how we feel about blonde-haired twinks. So let's go with this one. I like this look. Alright, this is Wataru. He is a junior colleague boyfriend, and he is a natural class clown and everyone's little brother. He's age 19, birthday is 6/14, height is 182 centimeters, and blood type is O. Yeah, I feel pretty confident in that. Oh, we gotta enter our name. Okay, I'm gonna put Dami Wolf. Yeah, we'll just do that. We're long-haired twink fans. Blonde-haired twink fans. Blonde-haired. There's a difference there. Twink / twunk. Chapter 1. Star Festival Encounters. I love the early morning air. It's clean, crisp, and pure. I love the sound of the leaves whispering as the breeze passes through the trees. One deep breath and it all feels like I'm truly one with nature. Now's not the time for those thoughts. Gosh, this is heavy. All I could hear was the sound of my own heavy breathing as I lugged the tub of flowers to the delivery car. My name is Dami Wolf, and it's been 3 years since I started working here. The shop I work at is called Phil Flower. The logo is on the side of the car. It's a popular flower shop chain, mostly operating out of central Tokyo. The branch I work at is opposite Sakuragamori Station. It's a quiet, affluent neighborhood with a school and a busy shopping arcade. We run a flower stall every year during Tanabata to celebrate the Star Festival. You got this. Heave-ho! Oh, that's rude. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to puke up my dinner again. I glance back at the sudden laughter behind me. There's only one person who it could be. Standing there laughing with his hand over his mouth is none other than my colleague, Kinosuke Sugawa. You're just gonna stand there and laugh? These flowers are heavy, you know. Oh, he's cute. Maybe I'm regretting my choice. Oh, come on. I know you can lift these up without breaking a sweat, Kinosuke. If only I was a little stronger. Oh, he called me Wolf? For a second, I thought he went Wolf, and I was about to say, oh man, we definitely made the wrong choice. That's because... I reflexively raise my voice, but manage to catch myself mid-sentence. I avert my gaze to hide my embarrassment. I ended up getting to work early because I'm excited for the Star Festival. Figured I might as well get things started. But basically, yeah. Yeah. When I first started working here, I had my doubts whether whether people would visit a flower shop at a stall at a festival. But it turns out there's a lot more customers than you'd expect. Seeing how worthwhile it was made doing it a lot more fun.
普段は花屋に来ない人にも祭りだと気軽に見てもらえるし、いい機会だと思うよ。
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. That's why I want our flowers to touch the hearts of as many people as possible this year.
それは頼む。
I turn around. Our store manager, Hokuto Ichige, is standing behind me. Oh, that's our boss? Oh, damn. Ichige.
よかった。間に合ったな。
Our boss is kind of cute. Not gonna lie. A cheerful grin shines across his face as he lugs a crate of flowers in his hands. Wait, where'd those flowers come from?
倉庫に残ってた忘れ物。
Ah, sorry. I must have missed them.
気にするな。ちょっと見えにくいところにあったんだ。
He sets the flowers down in the trunk.
よし。これで星祭りへ運ぶ花とフラワーアレンジメントは全部だな。設営と午前中の店番よろしく頼むよ。了解。
Oh, hold on. He has earrings in his... You know, we really probably did pick the wrong choice, because this guy is, like... We're getting some bells rung here. You can leave it to us.
俺も早めに行けるように頑張るから。
There's no need to rush. We have experienced members manning the stall during the morning and afternoon.
気合十分の彼女もいるしね。
I sure am.
確かに君になら安心して任せられるよ。
Glad to be of service. I won't let you down.
あ、頼んだぞ。
I'll do my best. Should we get going soon, Ginosuke?
あ、そうだね。じゃあ北斗さん、行ってきます。行ってらっしゃい。気をつけてな。
Now, what kind of visual novel-esque escapades are we about to get into in this game? Every year, the shopping arcade in Sakuragamori celebrates Tanabata by holding an event called the Star Festival. Large bamboo poles decorated with colorful streams of paper line either side of the road. Those who go to the festival write their wishes on strips of paper and tie them onto those bamboo poles. Not gonna lie, I low-key thought we were gonna be dating flowers. So pigeons would be, like, not far from that guess, although I know this isn't the pigeon dating game. The festival, which started as an effort to revitalize the town, incentivized many stores to open up within the shopping arcade. It's renowned even amongst the locals, as there are special goods that you can only buy during this event. Hello, Miss Murakami. I see you're here again this year as well.
もちろんよ。星祭りでしか売らないフラワーブーケ。あれ大好きなのよね。
Thank you for your patronage. I was in charge of the design this year. What do you think?
ブルースターがメインになってるのね。星祭りっぽくて
Oh, that's
素敵だ。
cute. It's the Tweetia because we picked the Tweetia guy. Thank you very much. As I tend to her, a pair of unfamiliar yukata-clad women walk up to the store.
かわいい。お花屋さんも出店してるんだ。この花何かな。トゲトゲしてる。
Inosuke responds to her question.
それはルリタマアザミという花なんです。丸くてマリのようにコロコロしていて可
Hold
愛い
on,
ですよ
wait.
ね。
Wait, do we have a flower encyclopedia? Oh my god, we have a flower encyclopedia? Oh my god, and the characters tell you things about the flowers? Oh, that's too cute. That's such a nice little touch for the world of the game. Oh my gosh. So that's the southern globe thistle. The scientific name Chenops retro comes from the Greek word for hedgehog. True to its name, both leaves and flowers are spiky. The ultramarine blue ball-shaped flowers are refreshing and match well with the summer scenery. I feel like maybe they could have picked a better way to describe this, but sure. It is also recommended to pair them with sunflowers, language of flowers, wounded heart, keenness, rich sensitivity. Oh my. I didn't know we were going to be learning about flowers.
茎がしっかりしているから髪飾りにしてもいいかも。ちょっといいですか?
Mel would probably really like this. He gently places the flower in the woman's meticulously tied up hair.
思った通り、お客様にぴったりですよ。すごく可愛らしいです。
嬉しい。本物の花を髪飾りにしてもいいんですね。似合う似合う。浴衣の柄とも合ってる。いいなあ。私にも選んでください。
もちろんです。それじゃあいくつか見繕いましょうか。
No wonder they call him the prince. Yonosuke's warm and friendly service always leaves our customers delighted. When it comes to customer service, nobody does it like him. I've got to pull my weight as well. Thank you for waiting, Miss Murakami. The nutrients for the flowers are in the bag.
ありがと
It might rain today since the sky's not looking so good. Be careful, okay?
う。あなた優しいわね。
The words, I'll be fine, leave Miss Murakami's mouth as she pulls out a foldable umbrella from her bag.
これ、日傘にもなるの。便利よ。
An umbrella that you can use whether rain or shine. I might have to pick one up myself.
前にお宅のバイトちゃんが教えてくれたのよ。ほら、大学生の女の子で。
Oh, you mean the one that quit last month to focus on job hunting?
あら、だからこの張り紙が貼ってあるのね。
Miss Murakami's gazes upon a nearby recruitment poster for part-time employees. Yeah, someone else is also about to quit to go on exchange, so we're a bit understaffed right now. Depending on the time of day, the Sakugamori store gets swamped with customers. Everyone, including the store manager Hokudo, is trying their best to keep up. But it's gotten to the point where we have to ask for help from other stores. This problem really needs to be resolved soon. If we had just one more person working here, it would make a huge difference.
大変そうね。でも、誰でもいいってわけじゃないんでしょ?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're not interested in flowers, though. We just need someone who's motivated. Ah, sorry for keeping you. Please come again. We'll be here waiting for you.
もちろんよ。近いうちにお邪魔するわね。
After I'm done waving goodbye to Miss Murakami, Yonosuke puts his hand on my shoulder.
ブーケ少なくなってきたし、車から追加の分持ってくるよ。
Okay, you good on your own?
力仕事はお任せあれ。その代わり接客よろしく。
Will do. Thanks. Soon after, more people started turning up at the festival, which led to a constant stream of customers. The Star Festival bouquet with petunias was especially popular. Thank you for your purchase. Seeing the customers with flowers in their hands and a smile on their faces started making me want to smile as well. Another happy customer. I'm glad I spent so long on the design. What was that sound? Ah! It's pouring! A sudden downpour comes on. Before long, it's raining cats and dogs. Doesn't look like it'll let up anytime soon. Yonosuke probably won't be able to make it back at this rate. I wasn't sure whether he'd check his smartphone or not, but I send him a message anyway telling him to come back when the rain stops. I've got to move fast. There are still a lot of flowers in the flower pots outside. It's true, flowers can't live without water, but rain this heavy would only end up damaging them instead. I hurry to pull the flower pots inside. They've gotten heavier after being filled with water. Just a few more, huh? At that moment, I spy someone's silhouette in the rain. Amidst the blur of rain alongside the road, I see the figure.
マジか。
Oh my. A boy stands drenched in the rain. He glances around with a seemingly distressed expression on his face. What's the matter with him? Does he not have an umbrella? Yeah, okay, we can call out to him. He might not have an umbrella and he's gonna get soaked. Hey, you! I call out to him without thinking. He gets startled and looks in my direction as the rain pelts down against him. Yeah, you! Come take shelter from the rain. He nods at me and rushes under the tent as I beckon him over.
ああ、助かった。声かけてくれてありがとうございます。急に降るからもう全身濡れちゃって。
Well, there we go. Figured that would happen. Surely enough, water drips from his hair in a steady stream. His clothing looks heavy from all the absorbed water. Here, wipe yourself down with this towel. I hand him the towel that I brought for work. He beams at me.
すみません。ありがとうございます。
He diligently dries himself off with a towel, looking somewhat adorable in the process. After mostly drying himself off, he looked resentfully up towards the rainy sky.
天気予報は晴れだって言ってたのに。この後どうしよっかな。
You don't have an umbrella, do you? In that case, you can wait here until the rain eases up.
え、いいんですか？正直めちゃくちゃ助かります。雨宿りできそうなところ他になくて。
The sight of his apologetic yet relieved expression tickles me pink. A strange warmth wells up inside me as he smiles over at me.
ちなみにここって花屋ですか？
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of us? Our store is called Phil Flower. It's in front of the station.
フィルフラワー。へえ、駅前にそんな花屋あったんだ。全然知らなかった。あ、
It's fine, I totally get it. You would notice it if you weren't interested in flowers.
すみません。俺コンビニくらいしか行かなくて。でも今バッチリ覚えました。
Thanks. My name's Dommy Wolf. I'm a worker there.
俺通り渡るです。よろしくお願いします。
Nice to meet you too, Wataru. I'm not busy right now, so feel free to just hang around.
確かにこの雨じゃしばらくお客さん来てもらえなさそうですね。雨宿りの間、そこの花見せてもらってもいいですか？
No problem. As I nod my head, Wataru peers closely at the flowers, inspecting them curiously. Although I knew the flowers all by heart, it seemed like it was all fresh, new information to him.
いろんな種類があるんだな。
His expression instantly turns into a gloomy one when he sees the flowers that got drenched by the rain.
なんか俺みたい。
I wondered why he looked so gloomy, but felt like it wasn't something that I should just ask someone that I just met. Without saying a word, I went back to cleaning up the flower pots. Wataru turns to look at me in response. He tilts his head as he asks me a question.
何してるんですか？
I'm moving the flowers inside the tent so that they won't get wet.
じゃあ俺も手伝います。
But it's not like you work here or anything.
そんなこと気にしないでください。ほら、雨宿りさせてもらってるお礼だと思って。
He clenches his fist. If his tightly balled hands were any indicator, it's clear he's insistent on helping no matter what. In that case, I'd appreciate the help.
はい、任せてください。外に出てる花、全部テントの下に移動させればいいんですよね。
Yep.
よーし、ちゃっちゃとやっちゃいましょう。
Wataru rolls his sleeves up and brings the flower pots under the tent one after another. The difference in strength was clear. Honestly, he was doing me a big favor. We were able to get the flowers out of the rain in no time thanks to him. Thanks for giving me a hand. You've been a huge help.
感謝されるほどのことじゃないですよ。それにさっき言ったじゃないですか。お礼だって。だから持ちつ持たれつです。
I guess so.
それにしてもよく降りますね。
The resounding noise of droplets hitting the concrete crescendos as the rain continues to fall.
せっかくの七夕が。
Wataru looks at the sky with yet another gloomy look on his face.
これじゃ織姫と彦星も災難だろうな。あいつら1年に1回しか会えないのに。
That's why it rains on this. That's why when it rains on this day, they call it the Tears of the Stars.
催涙
He turns around, wide-eyed, tilting his head as he looked at me in curious wonder. The Tears of the Stars, named after the tears that the two stars shed when they aren't able to cross the Milky Way. Wataru frowns upon hearing my explanation.
そうだよな。会えるはずだった恋人に会えないのは寂しいよな。
His head droops like a sunflower past sunset. Ooh, now we have sunflowers. It'd be neat if they told us, like, which page had the new flower on it. The sunflower is a symbol of summer, but did you know they are actually available all year round? The name is spelled in kanji translates to sun rotation as the flower follow the movement of the sun. When combined with green and fruits, the flower stands out even more in a bouquet. Language of flowers, longing, gazing only at you. Aw, sunflower is my mom's favorite flower. We have them all over the house. And I practically grew up with them. I can't not ask about it now. I close the distance with him by pretending to do something and look at him straight in the eyes. Did something happen?
いや、なんでもないです。
He tries to cover it up with some forced laughter. I have mixed emotions about sunflowers, but they have a small spot in my head. I see. A prickling pain rises up from the core of my heart as I look up at his frozen expression. I wonder why I feel this way. I don't want him to have that sad look on his face. Perhaps it's his charming qualities that make me feel this way about him despite it being our first time meeting each other. Here, this is for you. I took one of the flower bouquets and handed it to him.
えっと、
Today's a gift-giving day, you know? Have you ever heard of summer valentines?
いや、知らないです。
Tanabata is the time of year when you express your feelings to your loved ones by giving gifts to one another.
へえ、七夕にぴったりですね。
So I'm giving this to you as thanks for helping me out.
俺にそんな大したことしてないのに。
Well, it's also just because it seemed like you were about to cry just now.
ああ、俺そんな顔してました。
Yeah, at least from where I was looking.
やだな、泣きたいわけじゃないんだけど。
Wataru tries to laugh it off again. This time, however, he's not able to keep it to himself any longer. His lips are as heavy as the words that tumble out of his mouth.
なんかさっきの話聞いたら、恋人に会えない彦星が自分みたいに思えてきたっつうか、急にすげえ悲しくなってきて。
He starts getting emotional as he slowly strings his words together. Tears start spilling from his saucer-like eyes. It was as if the tears of the stars themselves were streaming from his face.
おかしいな、俺泣いてる。
He desperately tries to stop them by wiping his eyes with the backs of his hands. However, the floodgates have opened, and there's no stopping them now. They fall one after another, tumbling from his cheeks and landing on his clothes. I extend a hand toward him unconsciously and comfort him by rubbing his back. I wanted to let him know, even just a little bit, that he was not alone. It's okay to cry when you're sad, you know? See? The stars are crying too. That means no one else can see you crying right now.
あなたが見てるじゃないですか。
Good point. Don't worry. Just pretend like I'm another flower here in this store. I can see you, but I'm not looking, so don't worry about it.
何それ。もうこんなのめちゃくちゃかっこ悪い。
After shouting those words, he started sobbing like a little child. Like the rain, the emotions that he'd been desperately trying to hold back all this time came pouring out. There. Aw, he's so adorable. I felt like I couldn't just leave him like that after seeing him cry from his large puppy eyes like that. Before I'd realized it, I was already rubbing his back and looking after him.
今日久しぶりに彼女と会える予定だったんです。高校の時からずっと付き合ってた彼女で、俺男子校だったから女の子から告白されたの。びっくりしてすげえ嬉しくて、だから大学も別々になっちゃったけど、これからも仲良くしたいって大事にしようって思っ
I see.
なのに彼女他の男とデートしてて。
Oh. Is that so? That sounds rough.
急なバイトってなんだよ。嘘つかないでよ。もう飽きたなら言ってよ。俺だってそんなのうすうす気づいてたよ。でも
Wataru seems like the straightforward, honest type. Being touched by his pure soul made my heart tremble. Eventually, his strong emotions got the best of me, and I ended up crying as well. Just how selfish is that girlfriend of his? If only she'd talked to him properly, this might not have happened. Both the rain and Wataru's crying gradually cleared up while I was listening to his story.
でしょげてたところに雨が降ってきちゃって、このざまってわけ。今時恋人に浮気されたくらいで泣くとか
Damn.
情けないよね。本当恥ずかしいな。
He laughs, but when I look at how red his eyes are, my heart sinks.
でも話聞いてもらったおかげで落ち着いた。ありがとうございました。
Really? Are you sure you're okay now?
うん。さすがにもう涙も出し切った。
You sure you let them all out?
なら本当にもう大丈夫。だってさっきたくさん泣かせてくれたからさ。
He laughs again. This time, however, his face looks different. It's as if a weight has lifted from his shoulders. I breathe a sigh of relief. Huh? Wait, why do I feel so... For a few seconds, I'm astonished at how concerned about him I've become.
いや、それにしてもこんなに泣いたのいつぶりかな。明日絶対目腫れてそう。泣き顔までバッチリ見られて超恥ずかしい。今日見たことは全部忘れてくださいね。
I think I'll pass. Besides, you were so cute when you were crying.
かわいいってなんすか。もう
Wataru sulks a little as he chuckles. That side of you is cute too. He might have started sulking for real had I said that out loud though. Good. You're actually smiling again.
だから言ったでしょ。まあ気持ち的にはまだ落ち込んでるけど、さっきより全然気持ちが軽くなった。それにこの花束せっかくだし遠慮なくもらっちゃうね。
You're welcome.
ところでさ、この花なんて花？こっちの小さくて白いのはかすみ草だよね。でもこの水色の花は知らないな。
We gotta learn about more flowers. Ooh. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. A classic flower used in bouquets with a soft sweetness to it. While it does not take center stage, its absence is noticeable. Try to choose ones that have fully bloomed when buying, as they take quite a while to blossom. Language of flowers: eternal love, pure heart, happiness. This is baby's breath. Wataru points to a blue 5-petaled flower. Oh, that one's called Tweedia.
へえ、ブルースターって言うんだ。
In flower language, it symbolizes happiness and love and confiding in each other. Hey, you might recognize this zine. This is... Wait. Is it? It might be. Hold on. I think it is. Yes. This is the scene that I used for my thumbnail. And as you can see, in the thumbnail, the protagonist doesn't exist. Because Dom just happened to be the exact size of the protagonist to perfectly cover her up. Which, given the protagonist is now me, little bit rude, I'm not gonna lie.
この花と同じ可愛い花言葉だね。こんなに素敵な贈り物をもらえるなんて、サマーバレンタインが好きになりそう。
But honestly, when I made my thumbnail, I thought he was giving her the flowers. So... It's my pleasure. I hope those flowers will help you meet the love of your life someday. That's why I gave those flowers specifically to you, you know? My eyes met with Wataru's as I looked up to smile at him.
あ、いやいやいや、俺たち初対面だよ。なのに、そんな願
Oh
い
no,
事
he's
して
having
くれる
flights
な
of
んて。
fancy.
優しすぎるよ。
Wataru mutters something to himself under his breath. I examine his face again, worried about whether he was really okay or not. Are you alright? What's wrong?
いや、なんでもない。
But you seem so flustered. Are you not feeling well?
いや、違くて。
Hmm? Wataru focuses his attention on a single point as if he's found something. The object at the end of his gaze was the recruitment poster for part-time employees.
このアルバイトなんだけど、花に詳しくない俺でも雇ってもらえる？
Huh? Oh! Yes, of course you can. We're currently understaffed, so we'd be happy to have more people. Just send your resume to the address written here, and we'll contact you about your interview.
よし、これでまずは第一歩。
First step? I tilt my head in confusion. Wataru suddenly shakes his head from side to side. He scritches at his cheek shyly.
こっちの話。
Oh, I think Wataru has a crush.
俺、絶対面接合格するから、よろしくお願いします。
Seeing him smile made me smile back at him. Okay, Wataru, I'll be waiting. Chapter 2, To Cross the Milky Way. A few weeks have passed since the Star Festival. It's already almost the end of July. I'm second screening this while getting some work done right now, and I love that it gives the impression that Dami is talking in English to characters who respond in Japanese. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you. I also love Dami's voice acting. Aw, thank you. That's very kind of you. I have been trying to do more of it. I think the most voice acting I've done so far was in Metaphor Rifantasio. We also did quite a bit of voice acting in Touch Starved. We played the demo of that in one of my my demo blowout streams, and I got to do the voice acting of the boys in that game. It was a lot of fun. Standing amongst the regular staff members before opening time was a new face. Ooh, he made it! Look at that! Oh, he's kind of cute in his hoodie and overalls that don't really go together, but you know what? He's trying his best. Clapping beside me was Tenya Minami, another one of the store's staff members. He squints in Wataru's direction. His introduction must have been so full of energy that it blinded him. Oh my god, we have another hot boy with earrings in his ears. Jeez. What, is this just a flower shop full of punks or something? Not that I'm not saying I'm opposed to it. I'm just asking the question. Possibly because I'm not opposed to it.
19歳です。
今大学1年なんだってさ。トーリク、じゃなくて渡る。こっちは南天也。君の3つ上で入社1年目の先輩だ。天也、うちのスタッフの中じゃ年も近い方だし、渡るのこと気にかけてやってくれ。
よろしくお願いします。
それから須川銀之助と。
はじめまして、須川です。
最後に彼女。二人は星祭りで会ってるんだよな。
Oh yeah, we met. Yes, we met as he was taking shelter from the rain.
あの時はありがとうございました。
You didn't catch a cold after that, did you?
おかげさまでちっとも。
Wataru stares energetically, nodding, and I can't help but grin at him. Thank goodness. And thanks again for signing up to work here. You said you didn't really know anything about flowers, so I'm honestly surprised that you decided to work here.
天の川を渡るにはこれしかないかなと思って。
Oh my gosh. That's too cute. The Milky Way?
いや、なんでもない。あの時、花のことをいろいろ教えてもらって、少し興味が湧いたから。
He's kind of lying, but you know what? That's okay. Oh, really? I'm glad to hear that. You'll have plenty more opportunities to learn more about the flowers from here on out. Looking forward to working with you, Wataru.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
He firmly shakes my hand. I gasp as I realize just how big his hand is. I guess that's expected since he's a lot taller than me. He still seems like such a small boy to me every time I look at him, though. I wonder why.
新人スタッフには教育係をつけるのが恒例なんだ。渡りには銀と彼女がつくことになってる。
先輩が教えてくれるの？
Yep, that's right.
やっ、
あれ、僕もいるんだけどな。もしかして僕は必要ない？
うわ、違います。そうじゃないんです。
Oh, he's cute.
銀之助先輩もよろしくお願いします。
He's just like an excitable puppy. It's very cute. Oh no, that explains a lot about why I was drawn to him.
できれば下の名前そのまま呼ぶのはやめてほしいな。気軽に銀ちゃんって呼んでよ。これから一緒に頑張ろうね、渡るくん。
はい。
Okay. Busy day comes to an end. It's almost closing time. I look out on the now pitch black streets as I sweep the storefront with a broom. Most of the flower tubs that were laid out on the street have been moved inside now. There are a lot less flowers now compared to how many we had in the morning. We sure sell a lot more flowers during the holidays. The ones that are left are still fresh too. We can minimize our losses this week if we put them in vases and sell them as bouquets tomorrow. Whew, all done. I place the trash into the bag and gather the cleaning tools. I wonder if they finished closing up shop already. As I'm opening the door, Tenya comes out.
お先失礼します。
See you!
中、まだやってます。
Wow. Oh? Is that so?
銀ちゃん、楽しそうです。
Tenya bows his head and leaves soon after he finishes saying those words. A cat toy pokes its face out of one of his back pockets as he leaves. Is that a cat toy? Does that mean he's headed to the park? Apparently, Tenya sometimes goes to the park to play with the stray cats there after work. I once spotted him in the park on my way home. Although his facial expressions are hard to read, he's a nice guy who really knows his stuff about flowers. I grin at the fact that I know about my junior's little secret as I head inside.
全然違う。やり直し。
Oh my god. When I return to the store, I heard Genosuke talking loudly. Whenever we close up, there end up being more flowers inside than people. The dense aroma of flowers permeates the air. Wataru sits holding a pair of florist scissors at a workbench, looking like he's about to cry, Inosuke stands on the other side.
さっき僕が言ったところ全然治ってないよね。
でも茎って意外と硬くって
言い訳しない。いい？売れた花は茎の長さを揃えて包んでお客様に渡すんだよ。だから僕が言ったことは最低限覚えなくちゃいけないこと。わかる？
それはわかる
けどじゃない。やり直し。
So that's what he meant by having fun. During the day, Wataru was busy with chores such as cleaning the store and restocking the shelves. Now he finally gets the opportunity to work with the flowers. Wrapping paper is splayed out on the table. It looks like he's teaching him how to use the florist's scissors to make a bouquet. I chime in with a dry smile on my face after throwing away the trash and putting away the cleaning tools. How's it going?
あ、先輩
A bright smile shines across his face briefly, before vanishing just as fast.
先輩聞いてよ銀ちゃんがいじめるよ鬼だよ
He looks like he's about to cry. His expression sure changes quickly. He reminded me of the Labrador Retriever that my neighbors used to keep as a pet. I end up giggling at my own thoughts.
先輩
Oh, sorry. It's nothing.
誰が鬼だって？
銀ちゃん
せっかく手取り足取り教えてるのにその言い草悲しいな。
だって鬼じゃんお店が開いてた時はずっとニコニコしてて教え方もすっごく優しかったのに閉まった途端に要求が段違いになったよあと俺がミスった時目の奥が笑ってない
Hello, welcome. Oh my god. I unconsciously burst into laughter upon hearing him say that. Well, that's because Inosuke's kindness is for our customers' eyes and ears only.
あそれってどうして
お客様には気持ちよく買い物していただきたいからね。接客に誠意を尽くすのは当然。けど仕事仲間は別だよ。慣れ合ったって成長しない。
Now you know. Do your best, Wataru.
ほらおしゃべりしてるから手が止まってる。勤務時間終了までまだ少しあるし、あと10回花束作ってみようか。
10 bouquets. Oh, that poor child.
これをあと10
This is amusingly shoujo. How so?
実際一日中レジに入ったら10回どころじゃ済まないよ。それともまさかもうへばったのかね。
そう言われると負けず嫌いの血が騒ぐ
そう来なくっちゃ。裏にまだ廃棄分の花があるからそれ持ってきて。
了解
Wataru responds energetically to hide how tired he actually is as he runs to the backyard. I talk to Inosuke after he leaves. It's rare for you to even be that mean to someone on their first day, you know?
だってあの子なかなか根性ありそうだったから。
It's even rarer for Inosuke to compliment someone else like that. I agree with him, however. His customer service skills were surprisingly good. Maybe he has experience from working at another part-time job?
そうだね。でもアタルくんはもともとコミュニケーション能力が高いんじゃないかな。お客様の目線に立った接客ができるんだよ。何よりやる気あるのがいい。僕が何言っても全然へこたれないの。
It hits all the hallmarks of cute boys to obsess over with a comprehensive niche, flower language, and a great amount of charged emotions. Interesting. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it is an otome game, and if I recall correctly, in Japan, the main target of otome games is mostly women. Although in recent times, I sometimes wonder, because there's a lot of really hot looking men in some otome games. So yeah, you're right. He still agreed to work way back there despite complaining that you were a demon.
そうな。花屋にバイト来る子って花が好きでこの仕事に夢見てることが多いから。その場合大体はすぐ理想と現実の違いに打ちのめされてやめていく。でもアタルくんは どんな力仕事も面倒がらずにこなしてたよ。さっきみたいに泣き言はこぼすけど、すぐに前向きになって動いてくれるのは利点だね。
I think it would be fun to work in a flower shop. I mean, I am no good at anything related to arts and crafts or just crafting things or like putting stuff together and anything like that. I've never been good at it, but I feel like the smell of the flowers for one would be nice, and also just everything that goes into taking care of them. I say this knowing I've never taken care of a flower in my life, and if Mel ever heard it, I would probably be forced to take care of a flower or two, and I don't know if I'm able to do that, because I don't know if I can take care of flowers, as they're very fragile, and me in my anxiety would probably ruin them. Yeah. All right, well, with that, we're gonna do an ad break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere, and then we will continue. All right, welcome back to stream. We are continuing to play.
さあどうでしょう
My bad. We are continuing to play Him, the Smile, and Bloom, a cute otome game about a flower shop and the people in it. We're going to play a little bit more of this, and then I'll probably end for the night, just because not only is it getting late, my body is rapidly reaching that point where it no longer wants to be on stream, because... yeah. Alright, so let's continue. Thank you. He shrugs his shoulders jokingly, but I can tell what he really means since we've been working together for so long. Inosuke is strict when it comes to other staff members. He especially has no mercy when it comes to newbies. For him to care this much about Wataru means that he's definitely taken a liking to him. Wataru's got a good memory, too. I was surprised when he remembered all the random things I said to him during the Star Festival.
だねただそれに技術が追いつかないからさっきみたいに何度もやり直すことはあるけど
He just needs practice. What about his flower knowledge? He's always said he wasn't interested in flowers, so there's probably a lot he doesn't know.
ああそういう意味では確かに彼花屋に向いてる気がするね花への愛着が強すぎない分ロスフラワーを見ても失望してない
Inosuke looks down at the scattered petals on the workbench as he utters those words. My heart hurts a little as I look towards the workbench. Yeah, he's amazing, isn't he? I couldn't bear to look at them. Flower waste refers to flowers that have to be thrown away. I applied to work at Phil Flower because I loved flowers and the idea of working with them. On my first day of work, I was surprised at how many flowers we had to throw away at the end of each day. It was too much for me to take. I was shocked when they told me that around 30% of all flowers end up getting thrown away.
僕も数字では知っていたけどこの目で実際見るまでは半信半疑だったっけでもフィルフラワーは頑張ってる方だよ本社はもちろん全支店でロスフラワーを減らす取り組みをしてるんだから
Aw, that's nice. They've been turning them into things like dried flowers and potpourris. More recently, they've been using them for hand creams.
それでもまだ 8% の廃棄が出てる難しい問題だね
Those flowers took so long to bloom. I don't want them to just get thrown away after sitting in our store all day.
僕もそうだよこの店のスタッフはみんなそう思ってやってるんじゃないかな花屋で働き始めて最初の試練は捨てられる花に痛む心とどう折り合いをつけるかだから渡くんには今のところそれがないもちろん彼が非常だってわけじゃないけどビジネスライクに花と向き合えるのはいいことでもあると思うから
Yeah, I get what you mean. Despite how much I say that I love flowers, I still end up throwing them away. It took me quite some time to come to terms with how contradictory my actions and my words were. Maybe I haven't really come to terms with it at all. That's something rough in my profession too, because I work at a warehouse, and while our company is very much like about recycling and reducing waste and like energy footprints and stuff like that, it's still a warehouse, and a lot of what we do would be considered very wasteful because there's a lot of documents related to shipping, and a lot of those documents are like unnecessary technically, or like they're not really used for anything. They're just kind of there. It's not nearly as bad as the warehouse I used to work in. The warehouse I used to work in existed to waste paper. Like every order we had to print was like 20 to 25 pages. It was crazy. And I couldn't really trust most of the time that when they said that they were like in the business of like making things more environmentally friendly, just because I couldn't trust them as people. But this one is different, and I feel like I can trust them more. But it's still really unfortunate when you think about it, because even if we are like doing what we can to give back and like recycling what we can and stuff like that, it's still taxing because it's a plastics warehouse and that has a cost. So that paper waste doesn't add up. Yeah, no, it didn't add up to me either. There's so much stuff that we printed that just felt completely unnecessary at my old job. I swear to God, the shipping labels that we used to use alone, like it almost like 3 full orders takes up an entire box of shipping labels. At my current job, maybe somewhere between 40 to 50, maybe 60 orders, and you're through a roll of labels. Like, it's crazy how much we used to waste at my old position. And that's one of the reasons I'm glad I don't work there anymore, because coming to this position actually made me realize how much we did waste and how bad I felt about it. But in the job I work in now, it's a lot more sensible, and you can tell that they actually do care, despite being a plastics company. Which I guess that's like a oxymoron, but whatever. But yeah. I mean, technically there is waste in probably all professions in some way. Just various types of waste, but yeah. I can relate to this. Although I guess what I'm doing isn't really my dream, so it's like not as impacting as it probably is for the protagonist. Like if I went into a clinic and I saw like every patient had to have like 60 to 70 pages worth of documents printed, that would probably be like probably about what the protagonist is feeling right now, because I'd probably feel pretty disillusioned at that point too. I love flowers. That is why I chose to face reality and not run away. Or more apt, because what my dream, well, one of them is, was to go into psychology. So I guess more apt it would be more like if I went into psychology and saw that every psychology patient that I saw was like treated like shit, which, you know, then I would probably be pretty disillusioned by the profession. But yeah, I relate to it. Yeah, it was just as it started to rain. I told him to come take shelter from the rain. I nod as I recall the events that happened several weeks ago. Wataru seemed like he was going through a lot back then. He looked so sad that it worried me. But now he's full of life. I'm glad he's back to his normal self now. It made me happy to hear him say that he became interested enough in flowers to come work here. Uh-oh, Ginosuke's on to him. I turn around to the lively voice behind me and spot Wataru holding a flower pot in his arms. He seems to have brought all the flowers that we previously separated in the backyard. He looks like he's enjoying himself. Compared to the discouraged face he'd made during his scolding before, now he looks so cheery and full of life. Give it your best, Wataru. That hurt my chest. I can't help but smile at Wataru being so full of spirit. I'm glad that we recruited such a hard worker. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here to watch over you. Oh. Yeah, Ginosuke definitely is onto this man. Alright. We're at chapter 3. I think that's probably a good place to stop. If I recall correctly, chapter 3 is the point that I was asked not to stream past anyway. Or it might be 4. Hold on. Let me check to see here. Oh, up to the end of chapter 8. Never mind. Okay, that's fine though. we'll go ahead and stop here. I think it's a good place to stop. I have a lot of nice things to say. All right. Well, that was him, the Smile and Bloom. I hope that you all enjoyed that. I thought that was a really interesting little otome novel. A lot of otome novels are like based around some kind of plot or like some kind of premise that involves like some far-reaching concept or something. This one seems rather simple, and it seems more focused on like characterization and stuff like that, and I think that's really cool. It's always nice to find like an otome novel like this, or just any visual novel like this, which just focuses on a niche or something like that, and just kind of uses that niche to build up the world. Another example I can think of is like Cafe Enchanté is like this, which I have not played. I think I played a very little amount of that, but it kind of felt like the same vibe. And Valhalla is kind of the same way, and Coffee Talk is like that too. Where there are things happening to the characters, but like the overall plot and premise has more to do with like what you're actually doing in the game than it does with like any grand plot or like premise or concept or anything like that, and that's pretty nice. Every now and then, one of those visual novels is really good to venture into. I really liked the music. I felt like it fit a lot of the scenes. The voices were all really well done. I didn't really hear any voices that felt like they felt out of place from the characters. They all like kind of matched the general vibe and feel of the character. And I liked all of the characters. They all seemed rather interesting. I didn't get to see too much of the manager, but that's okay, because I didn't really find any character that I disliked. They all seem to have their own like little quirks and little ideas of like what it means to do what they do, and I like that. And I can see myself getting rather invested in all of these characters and like learning more about them and stuff like that. So this is yet another visual novel that we may eventually get to on our visual novel days. And if you want to check out him, the Smile and Bloom, you can check it out on Steam right now. It actually just came out on February 27th. It is on sale right now until March 13th. Normally it's $29.99, now it's $26.99, and it has a additional scenario, which is $2.69. If you buy oh, I'm sorry, no, that's because I already have the game. Never mind, don't listen to what I just said. The scenario is $2.99 if you buy it separately. Seems like a lot of people are enjoying this game. I've been seeing a lot of streamers, a lot of visual novel lovers, a lot of otome websites and stuff like that talk about it on Blue Sky. So if you're a fan of otome novels, here's one to get into. And you will probably see this one again. Probably not anytime soon, but somewhere down the line you will most likely see it. I have like a list in my head of the visual novels that I want to play, and this is definitely on it. Keep in mind, that list expands every time I get a new one, but, you know, what else is new? Oh, I wanted to say one more thing. I love that all of the characters are adults. And I say that because so many visual novels and stuff like that focus around, like teenagers or young adults or something. It seems like all of the people in this cast feel, like, fairly past the young adult period, with the exception of Wataru, who was 19, but I think, like, Inosuke was 23, and I think the manager is older than that, so I like that. I like seeing that. And I feel like more visual novels should have adult characters in them. Now, mind you, there's a lot more now than there used to be that do. But it kind of used to be like you would have like a group of teenagers or something, and that is, while that is interesting in its own way, depending on the plot, I personally like more adult casts. I realized this while I was playing through Metaphor. Much of the cast members in Metaphor are adults, or like people of differing ages, and I just feel like I like that so much more than a bunch of teenagers. Not to say that like that doesn't have its own appeal or charm or whatever, but you know, it's just nice to see a story like this where everybody is of a higher age. So there are my thoughts. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you, Keymailer, for giving me the opportunity to play this game. Thank you, P-Cube, for giving me the opportunity to play this game. I really enjoyed it. And I look forward to the next time. Varieties of spice, etc., etc. Exactly. Tomorrow we are playing yet another killing game. If you don't know what that is, it is a indie game that it was developed with ideas of Zero Escape and Danganronpa in mind. I don't know anything about this game, but I've looked up screenshots for it because I had to make a thumbnail, and holy shit, does it look wild. So we're gonna get into all of that tomorrow. And then on Wednesday we're playing Trails Through Daybreak 2, and Thursday we're having our horror night with Sorry We're Closed. Friday we're doing more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Saturday is Trails Through Daybreak 2, and then Sunday we're playing Slay the Princess again. So that's what this week is like. Take it or leave it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for the flower cuties. You are welcome. Alright, subbies, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. Bye-bye.